Hey guys, James Young here. I've got a massive tip, but it takes bravery. If you hate your job, you have to quit. You won't find another job while you're working in a job you hate. Your personality will reflect out that you hate what you do. It's a full-time job finding a job. That's why you have to quit. And if you hate your job, life is too short. Give you an example. I started for some reason I got offered a job as a TV executive. This is when I was like 17, and you'd have to cold call up and follow a crib sheet of exactly what to say. And so day one I went in and they're telling us, so you'll tell them they're a top executive. And I was like, well, that's a lie. And you'll tell them you've got a last minute cancellation in a TV advertisement. I was like, well, that's also a lie. And then you'll say exactly what we tell you to say. And at the end of it, once you secure the 10-minute ad, you'll be paid X and you'll send them across to the team that does the ad. And I just like, this is a complete farce. This isn't a job. This is fraud, and I cannot be a part of it. So that was me done. I just said to the guy, yeah, I quit. And he's like, why? I was like, because it's absolute nonsense what you're doing. It's sales. It's the worst part of sales that you could ever be involved in. It's just a complete farce. And I was just feeling so sorry for all the companies that got lied to, that this company was just ripping off. In these guys were literally 16 to 18-year-olds just sat there pretending to be top executives of whatever digital media company. It was terrible. So anyway, I quit on the spot. I then I got another job later on I was 24 or something, and I went in, started working, and my direct boss was an absolute lunatic. He was psychotic. The whole kind of structural management of this company they would have shouting matches where one face would be next to the other and spit was coming out of their mouth as they swore and shouted at each other in the office environment in front of everyone. It was the most horrific company atmosphere. I hadn't experienced many. I was only 24. Again, as I witnessed my first episode of insults between my boss and the managing director, I just went, I am so out of here. This is not, and this culture is not unique. This is not a one-off. There are many companies where for some reason you give a guy a title and he'll be the biggest, I'm trying to pick the worst word ever that I can get away with. He'll just be the worst human ever because somehow you've given him a title, which is something I also don't believe in. Never give someone a title. Never give someone a title. They believe their title. And the shame was, as soon as you walk out of the door of that company, you might be my manager within, but outside you're nothing. You're just another person out in the big wide world. So what gives you the right within the company when you have a title to be the worst person in the world? There's no right. There's no excuse for it. And, luckily, really big corporations, the HR policies take care of these kind of maniacs. But again, next day after this episode, I just went in, I just said I quit. And the guy's like, well, why? And I was like, well, I didn't say it to him because he had done the whole thing. I just said, it's just not for me here. It's just not for me. And he was disappointed because I think the last guy had quit after a couple of weeks as well. And hopefully he learned that you just can't act like that. You can't have blaspheming, swearing contests in an office. And if you're in an office that has any kind of, but I'm your manager, run for the hills. Run away, quit tomorrow. Because they're not worth it. They're not worth working for. You should feel like you're just all people. This is my belief anyway. You're all just people in an office. And yeah, someone will tell you what to do because that's their job, but they'll do it in a non-hierarchical fashion. If anyone ever says to you, but I'm your boss, quit on the spot immediately. Because as soon as you walk out that door, mate, you're not. In here you can tell me what to do, but never use that phrase because you clearly don't deserve it. If that person has to tell you their position, they're no good at it. They're no good at it. Do you know what I mean? So, and you know, once you leave a company, you can actually look properly for a better job. And, you know, don't worry about, or I never worried about the money or not finding another job. The key was to leave that one because there's no other option. You cannot stay in an acidic environment where they shout and blaspheme at each other on a regular basis. That isn't, for me, that's not a good working environment. Or in a corporation where their title means something special. It means nothing. I don't know why companies are so obsessed with titles. I feel like this is a bit of a rant. I'm just trying to encourage you. If on a Sunday night you don't look forward to work, you need to leave. You need to leave. All right, guys. I don't know if that's useful because it's just, I feel like it's terrible advice, but I also feel like it's absolutely key advice. If you don't like your job, either because of the people there or because of what you do, you have to quit. You have to be brave. You have to just quit. If it means moving back in with someone or relocating, so be it. So be it. Life is too short to hate what you do. Guys, thanks. Hit the like. If you hit the dislike, let me know why. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.